Okay, is this a thing on? I know the clue. One testing. Is it good? Testing sound. Do you read me, HQ? Testing. Okay, we're good. We're all good, I think. I hope. Almost ready to start. Cheers. Okay. We're good. Okay, so hello, welcome. I will be streaming a bit of Hard West that I designed a couple of years back. I was the lead designer of this magnificent game. In the meantime, I lost all my save games, so I'll start with... yeah, let's go with this one. Combat injuries... no, I'll stick to normal. And no Iron Man either. Gameplay mods. Right, like you would expect the lead designer to know everything in here, but I just don't remember. So many years ago. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's go.
You lost everything, became an outlaw on the run, but you still had Florence, the love of your life. You were drifting through settlements, evading the law, gambling. You did well enough, but whenever you won, someone had to lose. And if there was something the masked man truly would not stand, it was losing. Then, out of thin air, a gentleman appeared, offering to resolve your predicament in return for your soul. Unaware of the gravity of your situation, you told him to go to hell, just as they surrounded the saloon.
Alright, so...
Every way out was barred or blocked. Enemies positioned themselves outside the windows. You were as good as dead.
Alright. Okay, so this here is our main character, the main protagonist of the story, Warren, and this is Florence, his beloved partner. And the situation is the devil has plotted against our dear couple, and now they're being chased. They were chased, and now the enemies have caught on, and we'll try to survive this. Although, spoiler, you're gonna die. Alright. I can remember scripting this out, and the script for the level logic is pretty straightforward, because basically either Warren is killed first or Florence is killed first. Oh my god, no. That would be fine. One health point is a lot of health points, right?
Florence was dying, her eyes growing glassy as her soul slipped away. You gave your last breath, but on that breath, you pledged to him.
The devil.
You gave your soul for a shot at revenge. Trapped betwixt life and death, you now belonged to neither realm. The coffin nails didn't hold fast. You were supposed to be dead, so no one took notice right away. You considered raising the alarm to bring in more enemies, just to satisfy your bloodlust.
So every single scenario in Hard West has a different mood and different theme to it, and this scenario is all about revenge. Nope. Let's just tweak it a bit. I'm just trying to take them out all with one shot. Okay, so if I stand here. Uh-huh. There we go. Almost. But it's good, it's good. What do we have? Okay, this character is essential, obviously, and oh, nightmare regeneration. That's a nice one. So every turn will regenerate health back and has a bit more bonuses as long as he stays in shadows. And in the nightmare mode, like this, every single place is considered to be in shadows. Where are you going? So I can call in more guards to just kill more guards, which makes the revenge a bit more satisfying. But in terms of gameplay, it does matter a bit in the end, which you would know if you were the lead designer. So the thing is, after this mission is over, I'll be making a deal with the devil to kill a lot of people to get a sizable reward, and every single kill matters.
The enemy to send more men. You weren't done dispensing justice.
Oh no. Ah, good. Oh, nice. Hey, tree stand. Quite excellent, actually. Thanks for saying anything. It's like, it's my second stream ever, and it is so weird to just talking to myself for 2 hours. Yeah, thanks. So how's your weekend? Any cool plans, or just watching loser game devs on Steam streams? So what you playing? Ouch. Yay!
The living soul there
Yes.
was dead. But you were just getting started.
Alright. Look, this game on PlayStation, it's like 3 years old. Come on. Like, I would love to. but
the stranger somehow stopped.
I don't think it's a secret that it's going to be
after
released on Switch.
The news spread quickly. Masked Man, your nemesis, went into hiding.
No, I just said a secret. Not sure. I don't remember if this has been released to the press yet. How many? Yeah, not many viewers. So shh. I think. Okay, so the thing is, we're looking for Masked Man who plotted our demise, and so we need to collect a lot of money to. No, we need to destroy a lot of stuff worth of $65,000 worth to flush him out. Oh, cool. Yeah, I just need to kill 100 people, and the devil will be like BFFs. All right. So there's this man, Murray, old man Murray. He ran a gin mill, and he had crossed the Masked Man somehow, and we need to find him to find out more. So, okay, this is pretty. Like every time I launch Hard West, it's pretty. It's very stylish. Ages really well. So the place is ruined. Where is he? I can take either the cash from the safe or the glass item, whatever that is. There was some artifacts of sorts. I just can't remember what it was. Like, I scripted it myself, so I should know, but never mind, let's take the cash. Cash is always good, right? Safe bet. Oh yeah. Phantom Doctrine. Yeah, you should like totally go buy Phantom Doctrine. It's good. It's good. And give it a nice review. Like I would give it a nice review. It's a good game. It's like it has everything Hardest doesn't, and it's huge. It's like 4 times bigger in terms of scope. Okay, I'm going to ask. Okay, so a gun shop. Oh, cool story. So, Hardest was kickstarted back in the day, and there was this pledge level that if you like helped us out with a certain sum of money, your name would end up in the game, right? So there was this dude, Osama Dorias, that we put in here as the gunsmith, basically. And I just recently found out that he's by now he's a game dev himself, and he did a talk at GDC. So yeah, we have like stars in here. Oh, cool. All right, so. So, if there's one thing that bothered the Masked Man, it was losing money, and Murray made him lose some money, blah blah blah. So, yeah, let's see what he got. Very good. Okay, this is good. Oh, this is great. Oh, but that's expensive. However, I have this. Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back for some more. No. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I love all my children, like all the games I've made. I love them. Okay, except for Cold War's The Cartel that I used to work on, which was shit. But anyway, the ones we did in Creative Forge Games, they're good. They might be more or less up your alley. Like our first game was on RTS, Ancient Space, and I do not like RTSs anymore. Like I wasn't too hard about them back in the day, but now I hate them. So anyway, but in that game, not that well received. There was some cool stuff, and the music was amazing. You can find it on YouTube. Anyway, yeah, the soundtrack for Harvest is on YouTube as well, and on Spotify, and pretty much everywhere. You know, these days, free music is easily achievable. Okay. So there were some poachers in the forest, and they might know stuff about Old Man Murray. If I had a bottle of liquor, then yeah. So the thing is with that thing about the bottle of liquor. So there's an Indian camp here, right? And from some westerns, okay. So the thing is, like, alcohol is a big time problem in, well, in generally in Eastern Europe, but especially in Poland, I would say. Well, it's a big thing, and hence I just, you know, I put in alcohol as a topic for the story in the game, and I had this Indian encampment in this mission, so I was just like, well, let's just connect the two themes. And one of our writers was like, dude, careful. So he like rewrote it, and it's like really tasteful right now, but it's tricky. Bottle of liquor. Yeah, there is a bottle of liquor. Let's buy one. $10, sure. Like, by the way, this window is could have been better. Like, not too proud of it, but it works. I've seen worse. I've done worse. How can you not like the Cold War setting, dude? Like, come on. Like, what is there not to like in the Cold War setting? But it's more like conspiracies than Cold War. It's like Deus Ex kind of conspiracies. That was like the main reference for us. Yep. Anyway, it's good. If you like turn-based tactical games and do not like RNG, then you should like totally try it. Not many no RNG turn-based tactical games out there, right? Right? They told me about I thought I'm somewhere in the mountains, but there it is. What does it do? Like, I know, but do you? Okay, so I can steal some valuables from under the totem, but it would be dangerous. So yeah, but okay, let's see what happens. Ah! An eagle attacked, and I have a gushing wound, which is a serious drawback. But I do have a coyote mark, whatever that is. Highly stylish piece of tribal art with spiritual significance of some sort. Alright, so -1 damage. Oh, no good. +8 sight. Oh, good. That's good. I don't know if I should use it. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. And I should probably buy better guns, right? Better guns. I need better guns. Where was the Mr. Dorias? Oh, here. Okay. All right. Where's that? Yeah. Damage 3, damage 5, damage 5. Ooh. Okay, this is good. Ammunition 1, ammunition 9, okay. This should be fine. Confirm. Oh, and oh yeah, that's a good gun. Wait, I think. Alright, trade. Perfect. And where are my guns? Alright. Alright. That's good. Oh, I got more cards. Uh-huh. Bonus stats, great. And a jack of clubs. +2 defense. Great. Okay. Alright. 3 of kind. Alright. Right. I have 2 jacks and a joker. Great. I can disarm a trap. Why would I do that? Alright, there's some... Oh, I can steal the bait. Great, let's do it. Oh, I lost some luck. Oh, let's do another one. And let's do another one. Ouch. Alright, so the poacher showed up. And obviously Warren tortures them. And, he said that the masked man had left him with the rednecks living at Rancho Rojo. Then paused for effect. Seeing your puzzled face, the poacher added solemnly, "They eat people." Yay, a cannibal farm. How cool is that?
Old Man Murray was taken to Cannibal Farm. If you could save him, maybe that tough old bird could prove to be useful. And even if you failed, you'd still put a dent in the masked man's business.
Yeah, alright. Another bucker. Big one this time. As a character in the game. So as you travel down a lonesome road, a trail of smoking ruins in your wake, an old man stepped onto the road ahead. He knew you were going after the masked man. He said that the masked man had taken something he was after. He didn't approve of your methods, but he appreciated your effectiveness. He wanted to join you. Yeah, sure. You'd soon learn the old man was the meanest cuss this region had ever seen. Until you showed up, that is. Like, I still appreciate how ballsy this is. Like, how ballsy written this all is. 2 shots per turn, 2 shots per turn, more damage. Yeah, this is a good gun. This is a good gun. This is your great gun. Okay. Okay. A cracked skull. Reduced aim, reduced sight, reduced health points. Sure. Okay. Cannibal farm. Yeah. The water tower was the linchpin of Cannibal Farm. You could have spilled the water to damage the masked man's property. Or you could have poisoned the water to weaken the cannibals. But I don't have a poison vial. Yes, yeah. So there's this elixir trader. You asked Baker about the Cannibal Farm. The shopkeeper revealed the man-eaters sometimes came to him looking for meat tenderizers and exotic herbs. If you wanted, he could send a letter of introduction, telling them you were one of them. That way you could approach them without raising the alarm. Every favor has a price, though. You'd only do it if you help them test his new potion. Alright. Sure. Let's drink some poison, alright? A nauseating wave rushed through your body. Your face felt hot. Then your entire body cramped up and you fell to the ground in agony. When it subsided, he apologized profusely, insisting you can keep the rest as make good. He'd sent the letter immediately. Alright. So now I should have a poison vial. Oh, cool. Alright. And I will poison the water reserve. Uh-huh. You dropped poison into the water and found a good spot to observe the results. You saw a couple of buckets being carried back to Cannibal farm. A little while later you heard screaming. Then you noticed black smoke rising from the farm. Were they burning the bodies or roasting them? So, as you can see, the rule of the cool was a major tool used in the development of this game. I could use some inventory stuff. Right. So it's gonna be a bit tricky because my main character only hits like 3 hit points, but I'm fine. The farm looked innocent enough, but he knew better than to trust appearances. The cannibals had heavy sentries at the entrances. You hadn't seen a trace of Murray yet. Chances are they had locked away somewhere. You entered the farm. Alright. Let's shoot some folks.
Time was of the essence. Murray was bleeding and would be served for dinner by sundown. You could either kill the cannibals before he died, or free him and patch him up enough to survive the fight. Also, a part of you was curious what the fuss about human flesh was anyway.
Alright. So there are some guards. I think I can just waltz in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... So Brandon is going to free Murray, and Warren is going to eat some meat, so that maybe his health will improve. That's a reasonable plan, right? Let's do it. Yeah. It's pretty gruesome, right? Like, I remember when we worked on this level with the artists, and they were like spreading, like laying out some dead bodies, and there's a leg here and there, and we're like, not enough, not gruesome enough, like more meat.
Human flesh tasted a bit like buffalo jerky. Not half bad.
Here, well fed. Regeneration, luck regeneration. Bonus aim, bonus defense. Oh, yeah, that's good, that's good.
Strangely, you felt empowered by this casually heinous act. But no sense letting good meat go to waste.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to here, up the ladder. Second more. Almost good. And good to go.
The woodshed smelled of garlic and rosemary. Seasoned gunslinger just got a whole
I think
new
that's
meaning.
the best joke in the whole game. Seasoned gunslinger. It's like it's just brilliant. 3 health points. Should be plenty. Smooth. Ah, come on. So disappointing. All right. Oh, a tactical retreat, I presume. Ah, come on. Oh wow, I think we have one new viewer, so hello one new viewer. Like, in case you missed it, this is a hardware stream on the occasion of Good Shepherd Sale, which is to support the Take This org, I think, is that the, yeah, I think that's the name of the charity organization that supports mental health for gamers and game devs, and they're super cool. So, in case you don't have hardware, I'd like totally buy it. It's a good game. It's pretty good. It's like it's not half bad, really. It's like I have on Steam alone, I have like 300 hours of gameplay on this, or more. Probably more. Huh. Alright. So you might notice that the death sounds are pretty well, awful. It's like that was exactly the idea when we were talking with sound designers, as like explicitly for grueling death sounds. It's like something like on one hand you're satisfied that you landed a kill, but on the other hand it doesn't sound nice. It sounds awful. It sounds someone's like choking on their own blood, which is never nice, I think. There's one more enemy somewhere. Uh-huh. Rush him a bit. Nice. Uh-huh. Didn't expect that, did ya?
Your swiftness would be the tail of the country. The cannibals bit the dust, and Murray's knowledge of the masked man was yours.
After the fight, you noticed a bunch of farmhands hightailing into the fields. Horseback, you could have easily caught up with them. So, owing to the fact that I do have to kill, well, I don't have to kill, but I might want to kill 100 people for an infernal reward from the devil himself, which might be pretty good. And I only have killed 31 people so far. I am going to chase them. Oh shit, okay, I clicked the wrong button. Well, we'll be fine. There should still be enough. Okay, but we did damage a lot of stuff and almost there. Oh. Okay, so apparently I have learned about a... Alright, I remember. There was this gang, all females and one demon, and he was like retired and has had plenty of money. So, yeah, sure. Why not? Do I have new cards? Yeah, I have new cards. We have, oh, a shriek. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And track wounded enemies. That's a good one. And bonus luck. Cannibal. Eat human flesh to gain strength and restore health. Oh, nice. Hey, my wounds have healed into, right, missing brain part. The skull healed well. What was lost in intellect was made up in speed and luck. So, reduced sight, but improved movement, and max health points, and max luck. And abdomen puncture. Some organs had to be removed, but that gives other fella less to aim at. So, bonus health, how cool. Okay, so do you have ear necklace? Of course. More, I could use some better guns. Yeah, we're good to go. Right.
This was the place where the demon and his troop were
If
residing.
I remember correctly, this mission is like really fucking tough. But yeah. Whatever. Oh, nice. is pretty tricky. Alright, should be fine. Ah, come on. Actually, what is that? Anyway, if you play cautiously and like you can keep track of the levels of luck of all your enemies, which makes combat way easier. It's kind of like poker when you have to just like, keep note of what's going on. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, not enough luck. So in a second. But yeah, anyway, if you were to collect all the information and store it in your head, like I remember that chick was down on her luck. Oh yeah, questions, give me questions. Like I can talk about anything, like anything. Like, I'll answer any question right now. Especially with the help of this lovely Chateau de liquor store downstairs. Give me something pretty good and cheap. Oh, a question. Is there a sandbox mode or does this game end at the end of the scenarios? This game ends at the end of the scenarios. There is no sandbox mode. It has been carefully handcrafted just for you. So the thing is, when you make the call for like sandbox modes or whatever, like the difference is when you do sandbox, it's more obviously it's more systemic, so you need a lot of programmers, a lot of code, and a lot of number crunching, basically. And it can go wrong in all sorts of ways, but well, the game is sort of endless. However, if you have a strong design department, you never want to go and do that. You definitely want to go in the direction of having like manually crafted everything, because every single second of gameplay will be better than anything you can ever generate. But that being said, the game will like have an actual end, so yay! I just killed a retired gangster. Oh, one more question. I don't see the question. It's too long, and it doesn't show. Oh, I can scroll it. Just give me a second. Just a second. Oh yeah, I got it. Well, it is pretty cheap right now, so it might be a good idea. However, I personally would recommend you to buy it full price, so like we get more cash, because it's a good game. Like it totally is. And in terms of the game character and overall like ballsiness, there's nothing quite like it. Ouch. Alright, charity. Yeah, but charity. No. You should like. No. Like, the best. No, I have a better scenario. Like, just send money to charity and buy hardware full price. Huh. Wouldn't that be great? Like, you could be good and cool at the same time. Oh shit. Who's that? There's someone inside. Sure. Like, you should support charities in general. Ah, come on. It's like, I try to support charities a lot, and well, it rarely is as cool as playing your game after a couple of years after it's released for charity. That's pretty cool. That's pretty badass. I didn't really expect that. But anyway, yeah, like, do support people and things and ideas. Yeah, and cool thing about Take This, because I did recall the name, because I've seen the org every now and then. They're like all over the place in the game dev conferences, and so I read up about this, and if my information is correct, it was started by Russ Pitts and Susan Arendt, and I do know, well, I don't know these people, but I do know the names because Russ Pitts did a cool, really good what is it called? A cool story about the Polish game dev, and I'm like, we're in Poland, so it was really well written and well researched, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't all fucking Witcher. How cool is that? Did you know that they don't only make Witcher in Poland? Like, now you do. Yeah, and anyway, and Susan, I've seen her tweet about Phantom Doctrine, and it seemed that she had a good time with that game, so it was nice. Like, not everyone's having fun with my games. Like, honestly, after the release, I rarely do. Like, like, don't tell anyone. Like, I hope it's not recording this, but I've never really finished Hard West. Like, I can't, because when I played the game, like, oh, we could have made this so much better, we could have fixed this, we could have fixed that, and there's no way we can do this anymore, because we would have to rebuild the whole thing and whatever. So I've never finished any of my games. It just hurts. Yeah, almost done. Faster. ha! Ha 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 ha! Alright.
The demon was now dead. His soul headed to who knows where.
Oh, one more. Sure. Ah! Shit. Oh no, good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, there's one more, and I think she was... Oh, here. How'd you get here? Anyway, yeah, we'll be fine. Like, remember kids? Keep your guns reloaded. Uh-huh. No, I have seen myself in credits because I had to like write them and test if they work at all, but you know, like I co-written a big chunk of the game, and I helped like structure the whole story, so I like know the story, and I read the whole script. I just didn't ever like actually, you know,
with the demon and his
shoot
henchwoman
people in the face to get there.
You can now help yourself to their treasure.
Yay! I thought it was harder. Like a lot of people get back to us like, "Oh, Hardest was so hard." Like I'm just like finishing one mission after another without losing a single health point. So there's something really wrong. Okay, so with the demon dead, all the riches were now yours. Okay, what do you have? What do you have? Cursed ammo. Cursed. Alright. Allegedly. Horseman of the Apocalypse standard issue. +2 damage, max life. Yep, this is good. This is good. Okay, petrification bolt. Dart of some sorts containing a strong sedative. Deals minor damage and debilitates enemy movement. Okay. Good. Okay, this is good. This is a good gun. So it can shoot twice a turn and has four bullet chambers. Brilliant. Okay, oh yeah, I have new cards. Oh, a lot of new cards. This is good. Okay, so... Ooh. Okay. Guys, we have a really good card here. So, 9 of Spades gives me Unholy Power. Like somewhere, you should see it somewhere here, somewhere here. Anyway, so what it does, it gives you Demonic Strength, and like everyone's like, but cool, but what does it mean? It's like, it changes you into an actual demon, and they're like, what do you mean? And I mean, like, yeah, like the portrait changes, and there's like flames all over, and your stats are through the fucking roof. So, oh, I love this ability. And we have a full house, so much faster. Great. Ace of Spades, ability Prayer, grants random powerful bonuses. Yeah, this is pretty cool as well. So I'll give it this dude. So now he has a pair and golden bullet. Fire a bullet that shoots through everything and is sure to hit anything. Okay, so this is a good ability. We just need a really powerful gun to put in. To put them both in. Shadow Cloak. When not in direct sunlight, you become invisible. Okay, that is cool. Alright, so we need a gun. A big gun. A powerful gun. Like... a gun to, like, bind them all. And whatever. right. Okay, okay. So when I play Heartless, it feels so good to be impressed by your own ideas from the past, and I get this here a lot. So the thing is, this here gunsmith can upgrade my shotgun, and I have a single barrel shotgun, and he can make a 2-barrel shotgun. Done. Sure. But what's better than 2 barrels? 3 barrels. Sure. Why not? And I have a 3-barrel shotgun. Let me show you. Let me show you. Where is it? Where is that? Oh yeah. Triple shotgun. Right. Sure. Obviously, like this is history. Like this is so like accurate. 3 balls was good, but 4 was just right. Okay. So, of course, a quadruple shotgun. 4 barrels, no waiting. Perfect. Okay, take this one. It's like way better. Obviously, his heat raised a bit, so it might be a bit more tricky to stealth around. That's usually what happens when you have really amazing guns. Now I can improve one of my shotguns as well. Nah. Let's see what else. What else? I could. Oh, quarter pounder pistol. So you might guess that we do like a some Pulp Fiction, right? Alright. Where is it? So, yeah. Like, you might appreciate the fact that no, none of those guns that we have in the game, like none of those were made up. I think every single one of those is based on some freaky fucking prototype that someone made and it like worked or blew up in their face. That I think that's like the most common scenario for some of these. Yeah, anyway, okay, so Hope. What's that? A town. The ghost town of Hope. Rumor had it the whole town had died of plague in a single week. With the sickness in the air and the bodies on the ground, no one dared to loot the place. Huh. Come on. I can do it. Oh, I found some more liquor and some cash. Ooh, suddenly an old hag approached, squawking like a preacher. She said the city was a grave, but not all citizens were buried in it. 7 men were buried in the forest, 6 decent folk, and 1 thief buried with his loot. She said if you dug up the thief's grave, you'll be rich beyond measure. Touch the wrong grave though, and you'd be cursed. Bad luck would haunt you, sickness would crush your bones, and spirits would follow you forever. She vanished, leaving you alone with the memorial marker. Alright, this is the riddle. I just need a sheet of paper to do the riddle. Sure, words. I need a pen. Pen. That is... Huh! It says, I don't know if you can see it. It says Macedonia Palace. I think my wife went to a conference there. Like, it was like somewhere in Macedonia, somewhere. And I think she stole a fucking pen from it. Anyway, so, okay kids, let's do this. Let's do it. Do you know how to work on these? It's pretty simple. So you make a table. Like, this has been done in so many games by now. It even has a name, this kind of riddle. Like, Einstein riddle for some reason. I think it's bullshit. Like, I think Einstein had nothing to do with it. But it's like, it's catchy, right? If you want your riddle style to sound cool and like smart, then you name it after goddamn Einstein. Romney Tate and Tony Sullivan and Donovan, whatever. Probably backers as well. So thank you, backers. Thank you for making Hard West a reality. And Sam Courtney. Okay. And good job. And Armor. And Judge. And Cook. And Miner. And Blacksmith. Okay. Okay, so there are the graves. Abandoned grave. Here lies Sam Courtney as killed... someone. Sam had been found stabbed to death in his house with no indication of struggle. The investigation discovered that he'd been testing his new stab-proof jacket. Okay. Poor grave. This grave was poor as could be, though the meadow flowers around it meant he'd been loved. You weren't sure why, but you have a feeling this was the grave of a farmer. So poor grave farmer. So Stephen Teague is in the poor grave. See, yeah, that's how it works. You fill out a fucking table. It's pretty simple. Just need all the data and make exclusions, and you can figure it out. So if you've played Dishonored, I think that's the second one, and there's this Jindo slug, and it's exactly the same kind of thing. Mucky grave. This was a burial site, but not what you'd call a proper grave. There was mucky. There's one like this. I'll make a note. Grimy grave. The grave was dirty and foul, filled with broken bottles and debris. The headstone read Donovan Burns. So Donovan is in the grimy grave. Grimy. Okay. And lonely grave. This grave bore just a simple cross and did not appear well tended. A name was carved on it, Farron Brago, which, by the way, is exactly what Brian Fargo, like the Brian Fargo, asked us to put in the game, because he was one of the backers of Hard West on Kickstarter. And he wanted, like, whenever we put in backer names into the game, we ask the backers what name do they want in the game. In most cases it's their own name, but every now and then someone comes up with something like this, like Aaron Brago. Okay, so there's Lonely Grave, Simple Cross, well tended. Alright, so we're missing one more. Rigo. Right, in the Lonely Grave. In the Lonely Grave it goes. Okay, alright. Mossy Grave. The grave was covered in fresh moss, a pristine green carpet flecked with morning dew. The only readable part of the epitaph was a fine merchant. So, merchant, and I don't know who the merchant was, but merchant lies in the Mossy Grave. Yes. Excellent. Cracked Grave. Someone had tried to dig this grave up, but left in a hurry. A note was nailed to the cross seeking this man's love for hair. Contact me, Romney Tate. Okay. I have a feeling that I'll just start digging up all of those because I'm not getting anywhere. But anyway, okay, so that's not Romney Tate in this grave. So correct grave, not Romney, because he couldn't leave a note and be buried inside, right? Kind of makes sense. So how many graves do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm missing one name. And okay, so there's one more. Merchant and Mussy. And that's who was that in the Mossy grave? Where's the Mossy grave? Oh, we don't know who's in the Mossy grave. A merchant of sorts. Okay. And we do not know who. Okay, but this could not be. Correct. Oh, we have a couple more viewers. So this is like super weird that my viewers just spiked at the moment where I'm struggling with a riddle that I myself made up like 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, so abandoned grave. Sam Courtney was a killed blacksmith, we know that. That's abandoned. Abandoned. Okay. So I have all the okay, so Romney Tate lies in the mucky grave, and Tony Sullivan lies in the correct grave. Okay, I have the graves sorted out. Okay. And yeah, so like you can see, right here. So I have all the graves sorted out, and there's one dude that we don't know who that is, but he was a merchant, and we have the jobs of all these fine gentlemen, and so Farin Brago must have been the thief. Haha, so Brian Fargo basically must have been the thief. Haha, what a cameo. Right, so, and he lies in the lonely grave, which is right here. Aha, there was nothing there apart from the skeleton. You figured this must be the spot. As you dug deeper, your shovel thudded on a wooden chest. The thief's loot was yours. Huh, a lot of cash and cards and oh my god, this is like Christmas. I want this card here, so I have to remove this one. 4 of a kind. That's 15. Perfect. Now this is good. This is good. And a black joker. So if I remove okay, I'm going to take out the unholy power and give Warren 3 jacks and two jokers, and he'll have 5 of a kind. Yeah, that's possible in this game. And I just need to sort this out. Yep, good. Alright. Oh, I've gained an achievement. Oh, cool. Like, I know I should probably be a bit ashamed that I'm still, like, unlocking achievements for this, but... well... game dev times are tough. Right? Okay. So... do you think the Indians still want any liquor? Oh! A hermit hut unlocked. Cool. One more bottle. And big tree unlocked. Cool. Alright. Oh, they have stuff. Bonus sight, bonus aim. Protects from negative bomb effects. Movement. Okay. I think I could eat that. That's probably very convenient. Trade. So I'm going to give this dude the bottle of liquor because it will help him out with maximum health and a coyote figurine. Okay. Victory. This was the tree the natives had been talking about. If you had the right tools you could cut it down. But I don't. But I think there was a place I could get some tools. Okay, anyway. Hermit hut. The hut was filled with valuable items, gold and gems. Silent Joe, the hermit, was clearly off his rocker, but in an eye for quality goods. He asked if he could spare anything. I'll get him some tobacco. Five, confirm. Cash, adjust, confirm trade. Right. Now he wants a bottle of liquor. Alright, okay. I'm gonna run your errands, alright. Confirm, cash, confirm, trade. Okay. Back to the hermit. I give him the liquor, and now he wants a dose of opium. Alright, where do I... where the hell do I get some opium? I don't have a clue. Nope, not here. Not here either. Okay. We'll get back to that. Kramer's dilapidated joint played host to a rowdy bunch of ugly mugged drunkards. And it was your lucky day. Sitting at the bar was one of the masked man's thugs that killed you. Like, you know, back an hour ago. You stabbed the thug in the back. Sure. You stabbed the thug in the back, his lady screamed, and men rose to their feet. You dragged him outside by his collar. After a little more persuasion, he spilled the beans on the masked man locations and operations. Yatha gave you directions to the masked man's homestead and cattle pasture. He said the masked man owned an excavation site and an old sawmill, but was in the dark about the location of the masked man himself. Begging you to spare his life, he told you of a gold transport waiting to be picked up from the bank in Asperton. He warned you that the masked man had a deal with some devil demons to protect it. If they got a telegraph message or the church bell tolled 7 times, they would swoop in like, well, like demons. When he finished, you promised you wouldn't kill him. Then you slit his throat. Alright. You ordered a special smelling stew. Well fed. Cool. Okay. What do you have? Dose of opium. Perfect. Excellent. Confirm. Trade. Bulletproof vest. Huh. Yeah, I think I could use that. Trade. Nice liquor. Recklessness. Great. Oh shit. Old Memory looked like he was drinking to forget. While you were checking the in and out, he just sat in the back, drawing glass after glass of the worst poison they had, muttering something, muttering about someone named Roberta. You hold him out. And yeah, I think he's like, yeah, he's dead drunk. You couldn't tell if the hermit was just high or crazy, but he told you of a spot where he'd found more treasure than he could carry. If you enter, you could retrieve the rest. Okay, mark. Where's that? The X mark. This had to be the spot. After an hour of digging, you hit a small iron chest. You shut the rusty padlock off and retrieved the small fortune residing inside. Okay, I'm pretty rich by now. Okay, old sawmill. Oh, I could take the tools. Okay. My luck is badly damaged, but I have the saw so I can cut down the tree. Oh, right, that's the tree that... yeah. Finally, in the center of the tree, you found a set of human bones. You took them to the natives who made the powerful charm from unlucky man's bones. Bone amulet. Plus 10 aim. They have all sorts of amazing stuff by now. So I'll just skip it, I think. Pastures. Cowboys stand in herds across the fertile lands. The animals were owned by the masked man or one of his associates. The farmhands were just cheap labor, but their lives would still count towards your tally. Okay, you decided to kill the horses and hang the cowboys. Of course. Good. As the bounty on your head increased, people in the area wanted less and less to do with you. The shop owners raised prices 10%, hoping you'd take your business elsewhere. Finally, you knew the masked man's location, his oil field.
Finally, you heard where the masked man was hiding. Clearly, it was a trap. Clearly,
Is this game still getting
you
DLCs?
didn't care.
Yeah, well, slightly doubtful. But we would want to do a sequel someday. Hopefully. Maybe. Who knows? Alright. Southwest Mining Company excavation site. Prospectors in the area had teamed up with masked men to form the Southwest Mining Company. You could collapse just the entrance for an immediate short-term effect, or you could blow up top to bottom to put it out of commission forever. That would take longer and therefore would be far greater risk of injury. Okay, I'll collapse the whole mine. Homestead. It looked like the masked man was away. There were a few clues, but he could still look to his house. If he focused on the valuables, he knew the servants would get a chance to run. If he focused on the servants, some would grab whatever they could and run out with it. Yeah, you burned down the house with everything and everyone inside. Yes. Alright, a lot of kills.
You began to make quite a name for yourself.
After the recent unpleasant events, most of the community fled. The bank was the last secure location in town. It would be easier to raid a Spurton at night. Only a maniac would try to raid the bank in broad daylight. Of course, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think we're all set and ready.
Deputies were going about their business. They weren't expecting you.
Destroy the telegraph, open the jail door. Going to circle a bit to avoid the guards.
The burly man they called the Child Eater greeted you with a nod.
Child
He had
Eater.
heard of you.
So that's one of the things that worked very well here is that, so we had this character, this here, and initially he was called the Butcher, and the reason he was called the Butcher was that when building the characters, we started with making sure they all look clearly different, right? So they needed to have a big element on their model that set them apart from all the other characters. So we made a Butcher who would have... Okay. So we made a Butcher who would have a big, clearly visible apron. with, you know, blood all over it and so on.
An honorable man in his own way.
But to
He
make the character
resolved
slightly
to
more
return the
interesting,
favor.
just change the name from Butcher to Child Eater, which in itself carries a slightly different set of information. So what I'm going to do is spread my people around a bit. By the way, you can see that the Child Eater has a 9-barrel shotgun. That gun on its own is worth the hassle and the risks related to having a Child Eater in your team. Alright, so in the setup stage you can subdue the enemies to, well, basically to be afraid of you, and we can get the keys from the manager.
At gunpoint, the bank manager surrendered the safe key. Your pockets brimming with wealth.
Done.
You set out to leave.
While looting the town, you still encounter many people. Okay, so we're gonna just kill everyone. Yay! We got to 100. Yay! You killed them all, every single person. By your hand and by your device, this settlement ceased to exist. Terror spread through the land. Many of the shop owners just up and left town, closing their shops for good. The stranger showed up in the queue, congratulated you on a job well done. Then he offered a boon of your choosing. Oh, okay, so I don't need cash anymore. So I could either have guns and equipment, and some more guns for good measure, or more skill cards. I think I could get more guns.
Eventually, people fled in abject fear simply upon hearing your name.
Here? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was a good call. Ho ho ho. Okay. This is something. Mm-hmm. So what to choose, what to choose. So many great guns. Okay, these guns are absurdly powerful. Okay, so this gun can take 2 shots per turn, and okay, 6 damage, 6 damage, planning and reduced aim. Oh my god, I don't know what to choose. Okay, let's go with this one, and okay, this is better. Yeah. We'll just select the cards and we're good to go. And by go, I mean go and destroy everyone in our path. Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, final mission. So we have a lot of great guns and some amazing abilities, so it will be a piece of cake. I think, I hope. No, should be fine, should be fine.
There were some armed oil workers on your way, but your eyes kept scouting for the masked man.
So first we're going to call the equalization. And what it does, it reduces the health points of every single character to just 1 point. Which shouldn't be that much of a problem. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
best gun hands showed up.
Someone's coming. Oh, shit. Whoops. Okay, my bad. Should have been in the cover. But we'll be fine, we'll be fine.
Finally, masked man appeared.
There's
As
some
good as
motion there.
dead.
Oh. Does anyone have a shotgun here? I have a plan, but it might fail. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay. Oh. Okay. That was a bad plan for these circumstances. this one. Too close. Okay, good, good. We're getting there. Okay, sorry for not saying much, but this is pretty tense. Alright. Okay, he's almost out of luck, so that doesn't very good. I'll try to flank them or something. Okay, that was useful. Come on. Okay, nice. We're getting somewhere. Oh no, 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 no. Sure. Almost. Oh, come on. All right. And done.
In the end, the man who sported the masks now sported a big bloody hole in his forehead instead. That's when you heard the familiar voice in your ear. It wasn't over yet. Florence's soul wasn't yet gone. She was trapped in purgatory and could still be saved.
All right. Thank you for staying around, and thank you for the chat, and thank you for the questions. I'll have my cigarette now, and I think that Semblance is up next, and that's either Ben or Sugar. My good buddies with their amazing game. And yep, have a good night, and have a good what day is it? Yeah, have a good weekend. Goodbye. Over now.